I saw this thing that said, for Mother's Day, I don't want to. Do you remember what I'm saying? I don't want to have to take care of anything that came out of me or came in me.
That's so
And I loved
true.
it. It was hilarious. Yeah. So anyway, that just reminded me.
I have my products on my counter, but it's in a nice little glass
Contain. Oh,
case and it's so pretty.
Mhm.
And then his stuff is just,
It's amazing what a little thing like that will do when compared to just having all of your stuff willy-nilly all over the counter. It just makes it still all out there, but it just looks better. Melasma is where you get those darker spots.
patches.
Yeah, spots on the tends to be more forehead, but you can also get them on the cheeks.
Can be
Yeah,
hormonal.
for sure. Pregnancy will bring them on
Yes.
a lot. A lot of sun exposure, especially if you've been in the like sun tanning booths a lot. That will bring them out, overproduce that melanin. Or you might even have like an underlying that you can't really see that much, but then hormonal or sun exposure will pop them out even more.
I tried it myself.
2
So
hour
good.
2 hour scalp massage, right?
Yes.
Tell us about all of that.
So you go in and they use a camera, they look at your scalp and how much buildup you have, what it looks like, and then they go in and basically massage and do a facial that you would get on your face, but on your scalp. And they also did a facial on my face and my hands, my arms. It was amazing.
All right. Hi, Sam.
Hi.
We're back again.
Yes, another episode of Unfiltered Beauty.
Coming at you.
Yep.
So we just did a great Mother's Day giveaway. So many good things. We had the winner announced yesterday. What all? Gosh, I did my giveaway. A part of that was the hydrofacial. Yours was
Radiesse filler. Yep. We did. We have someone who gave a manicure, a massage.
Tough nails. So tough nails.
Yes.
Which I had my nails done with her yesterday for the first time. Love. So
they look really good.
Thank you. So yeah, tough nails was a giveaway. Part of that giveaway. Corrective
massage from Corrective Dynamics.
Is it C hair? C hair?
Sierra. Yep. She gave a scalp facial away, which was amazing. I tried it myself.
2 hour 2 hour scalp massage, right?
Yes.
Tell us about all of that.
So you go in and they use a camera, they look at your scalp and how much buildup you have, what it looks like, and then they go in and basically massage and do a facial that you would get on your face, but on your scalp. And they also did a facial on my face and my hands, my arms. It was amazing. And then they do a complimentary trim afterwards. So that was really nice. And then they style your hair, and it was just
they do a style too. I mean, just having someone touching and playing with your hair, like that's my favorite part of getting my hair done is the shampoo part. Just, so that sounds amazing.
And they use different brushes and
for different things.
And it was so good. I love when people scratch my hair and things like that. And so, yeah, it was amazing. Loved it. Highly recommend.
I want to go try that out. Okay, so we had the massage, we have the hair, we had the nails, the Radiesse from you, the hydrofacial, and then is that it, right? And then with the basket. And the basket, Sam kind of put together, which was a Polaroid camera. Oh my gosh, just all kinds of stuff in there. So that was a huge, great giveaway.
Yes.
Lot of people were interested in that one. That was a good one. So
I know.
I'm excited for the person that won.
I just wanted it to be something that moms would all love to have.
Exactly.
And it's something that I would love to win too.
I know, we were talking about it and we were like, what would we want? Okay, we'd want that. Yeah, and we'd want that. And yeah. So that was a good one. And that was great to always add, other local companies and businesses in it that can be a part of it and then do our collab. So, and we have another cool one coming in June
for Father's Day.
So look for that one. Yeah, some great ones. A great giveaway for that. and then some promotions for June too that we're doing for men.
Yes.
One of them being Brotox. So Brotox is Botox for men in any area. But I was going to talk about how my husband had it done in his underarms for excessive sweating. So he has a thyroid issue and he was overproducing, and literally like in the morning in 30 minutes, he'd have a little
sweat stain.
Yes. Just from nothing. He's just overactively sweating in that area. And so Sam did his Botox for him. And gosh, it's been
at least a year.
Okay.
Since
And it's still working. It's still working for him.
Amazing.
Yeah. So typically, what do they say? 8 months, 6 to 8 months?
Yeah. Yeah. 6 to 8 months. But recently I've had closer to 8 to 12 months.
Yeah.
They've been coming back. So.
I think my husband said he had noticed a little bit of sweating, but like nothing compared, like not needing to have it done again, kind of a thing for sure.
Right.
And he was happy to have it done. Minimal pain, really, a little discomfort, not much. I mean, yeah, he didn't say there was much.
I didn't make him cry.
No, he cried later, but just for other things. But yeah, no, so that's honestly, he was really glad to have that done. And that really helped him out a lot. And then we have women, of course, that need it done. You can do it in your hands.
Your feet. I do it in hairlines. People sweat a lot in their hairline. And of course, when you're a woman and you're sweating a lot, you have makeup that's melting off, or your hair looks greasy or something. So that will help
that's
with
true.
That.
I didn't think about that. But yeah, so he is definitely an advocate for that. He loved it. He was glad he did it. So if that's something that you have an issue with, or your husband, or someone, people don't think about Botox being able to be used for different things like that. And that is definitely a great way to handle those things.
Yeah.
A little more expensive, but it lasts you. Like I said, my husband's been up on a year now. So
it's worth it.
It's worth it for sure, especially if it's excessive like that. So that's a cool one that we'll be doing. Well, I mean, you do it all the time, but we're promoting it more, talking about it more in June, right?
Yes.
And then, so some fun men stuff for June, but that I'm looking forward to that giveaway. That'll be another fun giveaway. I love giveaway. I could do a giveaway every month. I think it'd be fun, but you can't. But it'd be
tried.
Fun.
It's hard.
It is. But like fun things like this, like Mother's Day,
Father's Day,
and then we usually do a great one at Christmas. Yeah, and then little ones if we can in between. But yeah, so I was excited for the one for the Mother's Day one. I'm excited for her to come in and get her stuff done. I think she's gonna love it. Yeah.
So what else for Father's Day? Any plans for Father's Day?
Not yet. No, I have no plans for Father's Day.
And your anniversary is in
June 1st.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. So basically, we were talking about this the other day. I don't know how you feel about like busier and more expensive months of the year, but May, I have both my daughter's birthdays. One's at the beginning and one's at the end. And then we have Mother's Day for myself, Mother's Day for my mother, Mother's Day for his mother. And then I have cousins and things birthday too in May. So May is like so expensive. And then we turn right into June. June 1st is anniversary. Then we have Father's Day. Then I was telling somebody about that the other day. She was saying the similar thing. I think she had like 6 birthdays in May. Oh, and then if you have a graduation, there I have a couple people I know that are graduating. And then anyway, then it turns into, then it's back to school time. It always feels like there's just like something to spend money on, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was thinking, is there a month that's like less expensive? I don't know. I haven't found one yet.
For me, it's the end of the year.
More expensive or less?
More expensive. Oh, yeah. So we have back to school,
and
then we have a birthday in October, a birthday in November, then Christmas. And so all of that piled on, it's just,
I know.
So many things.
It's always something. It's always something for sure. But I do like that we're moving into the spring and the summer, and the girls, your kids probably too, are almost out of school. Well, they are almost out of school. Was it May 24th, I think? It seems so early this year.
It is. Yeah, right before Memorial Day.
Yeah, which I'm glad they're doing it before Memorial Day. However, my daughter's birthday is the 28th. And normally she'll still be at like right.
Isn't
it school? Yeah. They usually, don't they
least
usually?
until June.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
usually.
you're right. So yeah, she's normally, so she'll miss out on being at school with her friends. I mean, not that she won't be able to get together with them, but yeah. So I'm like, oh, you won't have a birthday at school this year. But yeah, lots of stuff coming up. So what do you have for Mother's Day? You have plans for Mother's Day? Can you believe it's in a couple of days?
No.
Sheesh.
I know. Nothing crazy. We might do breakfast at home. We did a big breakfast out for Easter, and we found that it's getting a little harder to bring Ethan, a 2-year-old, out to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we'd rather just save the stress and be home and cook breakfast and have my mom come over and my sister and just enjoy being home.
Mm-hmm.
It's been so busy. I just want to relax.
I know.
That's what I want for Mother's Day.
I know.
Just leave me alone.
I saw it.
In a bathtub.
I saw it. I think I
with my wine.
I think I sent it to you, but I saw this thing that said, for Mother's Day, I don't want to. Do you remember what I'm saying? No. I don't want to have to take care of anything that came out of me or came in me.
That's so
and I
true.
loved it. It was hilarious. Yeah. So anyway, that just reminded me of that.
It's so true. Just quiet.
Yeah, just a day of, yeah. That's funny. I'm kind of doing this similar thing. I like to go on the Greenbelt or take a hike, and for my kids to come, it's very rare. They don't really like to do that necessarily. They will, and it's usually on Mother's Day. So it's like the one day a year that I can get all three of my children to come together and do something outdoors like that with me. So and hike, or we'll walk the Greenbelt and stuff like that. That's normally our routine. So they're going to come over. We'll do that, and then we're ordering in some dinner and just
perfect.
Get in my comfy clothes and hang out, and yeah, that's
Sounds
about
like
it.
a great Mother's
Day, doesn't it?
To me.
I know, yes. Me too. So that is our plan.
And then we have Nashville next week.
Yeah. So Sam, myself, John, and his wife are all headed to Nashville for a conference Wednesday through Sunday. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we're looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to the flight. Anybody that knows me, I hate flying, but I'm excited to be there. Once I'm there, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I haven't been since I was a teenager, so I haven't been as an adult and experienced the fun adult times that you can have in Nashville. A lot of clients were recently saying how they've been, and then they were comparing it to like Vegas, but cleaner and more fun. And so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that sounds more appealing.
Yeah, it does. And we're going at a good time where I think it's going to be like 80.
Yes.
I saw. Yep. I looked it up, and maybe a little bit of rain here and there, which I'm okay with. But I have a girlfriend who's going for a work trip in August, and that is going to be hot. So she will be nice and toasty and humid. It's so humid there. Ooh. So humid there. So my mom has a bunch of family there, and for those of you that don't know, fun little fact, I've never met him, but Jelly Roll is my cousin. He is a third cousin, I want to say. So my mom's second cousin is his dad.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway,
Let's go meet him.
I know, right? I'm sure if I gave him a call.
Reunion.
Yeah. I'll just give him a quick call. I have his number. No, I don't. But I should. But yeah, anyway, so my mom's family, a lot of family is from Nashville. And so she grew up there. And in fact, I was telling her about the trip, and she's like, oh, I'd love to come and show you where this and that. And I've seen it, but it's been since I was a teenager. I haven't seen it as an adult. But yeah, and it's so pretty there. My mom up and moved me there when I was in 7th grade. And of course, that was like the prime time in your life where you're moving from elementary to junior high. And the last thing I wanted to do was move across the country. And so I had no desire to appreciate it or any of that. Yeah. So I did think, though, even then, it's a pretty town and very friendly. A lot of people, and I'm sure it's even crazier now. But beautiful, lots and lots of trees, green. Yeah, so that's what I remember from it. And I remember thinking, because we drove from Idaho to Nashville with all of our stuff when we moved, and I remember thinking in my mind how like the music, I felt like as soon as we get to Tennessee, that music's going to change to country. There's never going to be any other stations. You're only going to hear country, and it was a lot of like hip hop.
Huh.
I mean, there of course was country, but it honestly more, and what I remember anyway is more of the stations were, because I was like scrolling through them, hip hop. That was like, yeah. So I was wrong. I was even thinking to myself, oh, okay, well, no, it wasn't all just country.
You were wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, I didn't appreciate it when I was there really, but then we moved back within a year, so came back to Idaho. But yeah. So anyway, I am looking forward to being there, just not the flight. I am not a flyer. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Xanax helps.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah.
So what should we do when we're in Nashville? I think we should go find that bar that Morgan Wallen threw the chair
from.
off of.
Yeah.
I want to see that memorialized forever. Maybe get some really good food. I hear the food is really good. Shopping.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been to a couple conferences. One we did, and I can't remember, when did we go to Dallas? Was that last fall or was it a year ago?
I'm not sure.
Anyway, sometime last year. It was either January or fall. Who knows? But we went with John, and we kind of get what we need out of it. And at one point, we were looking at each other like, "You ready to go?" "Yeah, we're ready to go." And we headed out a little early from the conference and went and enjoyed Dallas. So I feel like it's going to be kind of similar. And what's nice about this conference is there's things that are focused more like for injectable side of things for you and Dr. John, and then more skin stuff. Some things that actually I am excited to listen and hear a little more information about. So there's a little bit for everybody, which will be nice. So yeah, it'll be fun.
I like that I'm just as excited for the conference as I am to be in Nashville.
Yeah, because there's times we're like, oh yeah, we'll maybe get a little something out of this, or yeah. But no, I agree. Some of it isn't pertaining to me, more like I said, for you or Dr. John. But when I was looking through the list of things, there are a few things that are like, oh yeah, I'd love to get some more information about that. One of them was melasma.
Yes.
Did you see that one? They
Yes.
were doing a little thing on it. It feels like everything. It seemed like almost, I don't know, the way I was reading it was like 10-minute sections of things. So actually, that's kind of nice. Did you notice that?
Yes.
So it's not like you're on, because sometimes you're on one subject and you're like, let's go. Let's move it along here. But it seemed like 10-minute intervals of different topics, which will be
perfect.
Yeah, just enough to listen, catch your attention, and move on to the next thing. But yeah, so melasma is a big topic, and a lot of people have issues with that. And if you don't know what melasma is, it is so it's melanin that's overproductive. So melanin is your pigmentation. So melasma, I keep wanting to say melanoma. Melasma is where you get those darker
patches.
Spots on tends to be more forehead, but you can also get them on the cheeks. Can
be hormonal.
For sure. Pregnancy will bring them on a lot. A lot of sun exposure, especially if you've been in the sun tanning booths a lot. That will bring them out, overproduce that melanin. Or you might even have an underlying that you can't really see that much, but then hormonal or sun exposure will pop them out even more. So sometimes they can go dark and then they can lighten up. And so that's the hard part about melasma, that it pops back and forth. And so it's hard to treat. It's not something that ever will technically go away, but you can help it with different
products,
treatments,
protecting your skin from the sun so it doesn't get worse.
Yep. Sunscreen for sure. Yeah.
But it is hard to get rid of. And it's a tricky one because sometimes light therapy can make it worse.
Yeah.
And so we always suggest before we do any treatments for your melasma, we have you go to a dermatologist and get it checked out and make sure that the treatments that we're going to be doing don't make it worse. And, if that's a issue and the light will make it worse, there are things that we can do to help it. And it's mostly getting deep into the layers of the skin. So not just the first layer of the skin. We need to get down deep into your skin.
The nitty-gritty.
And bring it out. So it takes time, lots of skin layers. and just making sure that you protect your skin so it doesn't get worse.
Mm-hmm. One of the things I love about microneedling is it helps that without really bringing it darker. So it doesn't have the potential to make your melasma darker like a light therapy would, like our BBL potentially could. And there are other treatments out there. I know there's a newer one right now. I think it might even be from Sciton who does BBL that is for melasma. And so I haven't done enough investigating or looking into that, but it's supposed to target melasma. So I'm guessing they've figured out how to really get in there and do that. But BBL should technically be able to do stuff like that, but you can't say for sure. And like Sam was saying, it can definitely bring that out. And a lot of people come in and they want to work on that, but then they hear that, oh, we could make that darker. And then you don't want to, some people don't want to take that chance. So, which is completely understandable. But where microneedling can really help, I don't think it's I wouldn't say, oh, it's great for melasma, but it is potentially something that could help the skin and break that up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And just getting into a deeper layer, right? Because we need to shed that skin.
Yeah.
And so peels help too.
Yeah, chemical peels.
Doing both will really help. Mm-hmm. And using something like Even Tone will help. Retinol will help. So anything that's going to get deep into those layers of skin and bring it and give you fresh skin, fresh skin, getting that melasma up.
Yeah.
Into the top layers, and then you can get rid of it.
And I read that there was a study done that they find that the deficiency of B12 is what causes that. So a lot of people will recommend that could be possibly what the issue is for certain people. So, and I was surprised by that. I didn't know that. But yeah, that's apparently a study that's been done out there that most people with melasma, especially like pronounced melasma, have a deficiency in B12. So that could be it for you.
I'm sure a lot of vitamins are in charge of many of our issues.
Oh yeah, for sure. Lack thereof. Yeah. So yeah, that's a big one, melasma, and a lot of people have that. A lot of, especially women.
Sorry. Cut.
Okay, so Sam and I brought some items from home, just kind of quickly, and we'd like to do this again, and when we can actually think maybe a little bit more about it. But I quickly messaged her last night and said, hey, let's think of some things that we can't live without or love or use every day, or maybe you don't use it every day, but you still love it, whatever it is. So I brought some things and Sam brought some things. We both brought the Image towels.
Yes.
And these, if you aren't familiar with the Image brand, which Image is a medical skincare product brand, they came out with these towels that are basically just like, what is it called? Clean? What are they called?
Clean Face Club.
Something like that. There is a brand that's more common for these towels. However, like I said, Image came up with them too. So in this box, you get
80.
Okay, you get 80, and they are biodegradable. So people that are worried about, oh, that's more trash, they're biodegradable. Sam just used it to clean up some coffee that she spilled on the table here. Can you tell? No, I mean, she folded it over, but it did soak it up a lot.
It really did, yeah.
I'm using one for a Kleenex because I didn't have one in my purse, so they're right here. But anyway, yeah, they are super great, and they're actually kind of big. So a little trick and hack that I do is when I wash my face, I'll get a little, like half of it wet, and then I use that as my washcloth. And then when I go on my second round, I'll use this to dab it off. And then I think Sam's talked about how she'll and I do the same, clean up my kitchen or my counter in my bathroom.
After
and
you wash your face and there's water everywhere.
Or makeup on there or whatever. Yeah. I'll use that to just wipe that up. But these are amazing. You always, always, always know when you're using this that you have a clean towel. It's not a towel that even if you washed it, there's still stuff in your washcloth, your towels at home.
And whether it's gentle.
Yes.
Not like a towel where it's too rough for
abrasive.
Your skin.
And I like that it does have little grooves in it. So it does feel like you're getting in there. It's not too soft where you can feel like you're getting in there. And then what I like about it too is once you've washed your face, and like I said, I use that other side to dry, you can really get in there and you can see if you have anything like residue, maybe some still makeup or something. And most of the time you don't, because they are really, really good about getting in there. So go to apparently for both of us, because we both brought it. And we sell these at the office. If you're interested, let us know.
But they last a long time.
How much is the box?
$30 plus tax.
For a package of 80. So it will last you. And especially if you do my little hack and use it for double. Another one that I brought is for shampooing your hair. And Sam and I talked about this before, but I got her one for her birthday or Christmas. I can't remember. But you put instead of like washing with your, scrubbing with your fingernails, which you can still do, this gets in there and oh my gosh, it feels good. And you're getting in there and like cleaning it really well. So this is great. I purchased these and hers off of Amazon. I don't know, $5 or something. There's different versions of them, but I love these little grooves and they're rubbery and it feels really good to do a good cleanse. You want to pick one?
Yeah, so I brought my Alpharet peel pads because I love them. They're so good if I start to get a pimple or something. I just use it, spot treat, or you can do a peel for your whole face. It's just like getting a peel done, but in the comfort of your own home. I use it on my face, my neck, my chest, my hands. You can use it anywhere. So good. Armpits.
So when you use that, do you do it after you've washed your face?
Yes. So after you wash your face, before you put any product on, they come in a pack of 30, and it's just one round peel pad with a good amount of solution in there, and you just use it on your entire face or wherever you want. Usually mine can cover my face, my neck, my chest. I might need to use another one for, say, my armpits or any other part of my body, but I love it. You can do it up to 3 times a week. You don't rinse afterwards. Okay. You put your product right over.
How long do you have to wait before you would put product on?
I just do it
right away.
Yeah. I let it settle. It gets a little spicy, but you can put product on, and that usually helps help it not be so spicy.
And you would do it. Do you do yours at night?
Yes, for sure at night. And that helps with cell turnover at night when you're sleeping. So love it. Love it so much. Highly recommend, especially if you get acne every once in a while. It's good for spot treatments.
I know she talks about those things all the time. She loves them. Okay. So I purchased these, and they're just little spoolies. Again, these are on Amazon. And these are great for just getting into your lashes and helping clump any clumps that might be in there. Or if you don't have any mascara on, you can use them just to kind of smooth them out. Also for the eyebrow. And I love these things. Just a little hack. Did you bring some too?
I have them everywhere. There's one in my car. There's one in my purse.
My daughters will steal them. They love them. So again, I don't know how much yours were, but I think this whole thing, oh gosh, I want to say $6. I mean, very, very inexpensive for this thing on Amazon, and I love them. And there's all different versions of ones you can get. These particular ones, and I think hers are pretty close, just feel a little bit more, they're not as flimsy. I've gotten some that are kind of flimsy and you feel like you're not really getting in there. These ones really help. So great little hack for mascara, brows, things like that.
Yes.
What else? Okay, I brought this Ulta MD tinted, and this is definitely my go-to every day. I don't usually wear any kind of a foundation, so this is my foundation slash moisturizer slash sunscreen, and I absolutely love it. I talk about it all the time. Most people at our office use it. Most of our clients use it. It is really kind of a nice tint to where it blends with most skin types. And I recently saw where they came out with a brand new one for even darker skin tones, because it was too light for darker skin tones. So that's new, and that would be cool for people that were wanting to use it but didn't really love the tone for it.
And it feels a little bit more liquidy than the Sun Better liquid sunscreen. I feel like the Sun Better one is a little thicker.
Oh, yeah.
And so just depending on how you prefer your sunscreen.
Great. That's true.
We have 2 different types.
Yes.
So if you like the thicker, there's another one. This one is a lot more liquidy.
Light.
And yeah.
I sweat in my face. That's where I'll get I can start. And so I don't like anything too thick or heavy. At nighttime, I don't mind it, but during the day, I hate it. So if you're like that, or you just don't like that thickness, this is perfect for that. But yeah, you're right. The texture, the consistency of it, is definitely a little bit more. It feels like I put it on and I feel like it's already absorbed all the way in, where you're not feeling that thickness to it.
Right.
What else do you have?
Okay, so I brought my shampoo and conditioner that I love. I use the Way. I just have gone through so many different things for my hair, and I feel like this is what cleans my hair the best. So it's the Way Detox Shampoo, and then the Way Thick Hair Treatment Mask. So I wash my hair every 2 to 3 days. And so I like to really clean my scalp. And then I use a treatment mask as my conditioner.
Do you use the mask every time you wash?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Just to give it a little more nourishment.
Mm-hmm. I have a spray-in one that I use. Does this feel pretty heavy, or is it pretty?
It's pretty thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like that. I have really thick hair, so I need something that
a little more consistency like that.
So
it's almost like a lotion.
Thick. Yeah, it is like a lotion.
How long do you leave it on?
I don't use a lot. You only need a little bit. And I leave it on. I pretty much leave it on the entire shower. Like it's the last thing that I rinse. So I try and leave it on for at least 10 minutes. So I'm pretty quick. I don't even wash my face first. I scrub my hair, use that little claw thing, and then I put the mask on and I leave it
until
let
you're
it
done.
Sit. And I have a wet brush that I leave in my shower. And so I brush my hair with that, put it in a bun, just finish my stuff. So I love it. And then I use a oil twice a day for my hair.
Oh, twice a day.
So in the morning and then before bed. I'm just the ends. Just the tip.
Just the tip, please. Okay, good. I have never tried the oil. I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be too oily. I need to try it and see. It's
amazing.
Just the tips, but
honestly, it's not too oily. You don't put it in your scalp. I just kind of go like this, and then I kind of brush it through my hair, and then I'll take the whole thing and I'll go like this. And I mean, my hair has so much oil in it right now that I've put in before and after I curl it, just to help protect it. And you can't really, it doesn't look oily.
No, it doesn't.
It's just nourished.
I need to try that. I think that's the next step I need to try. So while we're on the hair kick, this is another one that I brought. It's from Pureology. So the girl that does my hair, her name is Natalie. I think it's Styles by Nat on Instagram. Shout out to her. She is the one that got me on this. She uses it at her salon. It smells so good. Here, I want you to smell this. Smells so good.
Oh yeah, it does.
So this will go on right after the shower. This is what I spray on my hair before I comb it. It has 21 different things in here, but a lot of them, the main ones that I liked about it are it's a detangler, it's a heat protectant. It helps with keeping the color longer. So for people that have color treated hair, helps protect the color. It goes on and on and on, and I don't have my reading glasses on, so I'm reading it like this. But anyway, this is great, and I love the smell of it. And my daughters use this too, just again, because they style and treat their hair too. But it's a great detangler too. So yeah, I loved this little product. I think this is like $35, something like that. You can get it on Pureology, or I actually ordered mine on Amazon too. If you haven't noticed, I get a lot of things through Amazon.
Yes.
It's very easy. Too easy, probably. What else you got?
I get a lot of questions about what makeup I use, so I thought I would bring it in. Like Steph, I use a sunscreen, a tinted sunscreen that's liquid, and I pretty much cover my whole face with that, and I don't have to use too much foundation. So, what I do use is the Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. And I just put that in my T-zone. So right here,
so you don't cover
right
your whole
here.
face in it.
No.
I just recently got that, but I only tried it a couple times.
I really like it. I like the dewy, glowy look. And I like that it's light. And after I do it, I mean, my skin looks so nice and just gets, blurs the pores and just looks so dewy, glowy. So that's what I use. And then I use a couple of their products as well for contour, blush, highlighter, things
The
like
same
that.
brand.
Same brand. So this is their highlighter. And I like it because you can just like dab it on.
So where would you put that?
I put this on my cheekbones and on my nose bridge. And then blush I put on my cheekbones, and then the contour bronzer I put the top of my head and then on my cheekbones.
I just got a new one yesterday. Actually, just the first time I'm wearing it. I do like it, and I can't remember the name of it. We got it at Sephora last night. I'll have to look that up, but I do like that one. It's a contour. It's a cream and a powder in a little compact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I really like it. And your bag's cute.
I know.
I have one that's like that.
Did you get it off Amazon?
Yes. Except it's tan.
Oh.
But yeah, it's just like that. Yeah. Okay, and then another thing I brought is this Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. And a lot of people are smack talkers when it comes to cleansing water because they think you should use your cleanser, your actual cleanser, and you should. But I like this in between. So like I was saying that the last time we were meeting, I don't always wash a full wash on my face in the morning, but I usually will use a little bit of this with and I didn't bring them, but a cotton round pad and just dab a little bit. And you can get in there and just clean yourself up a little bit with that. But I like this one in particular, and there's, I think, 4 or so different ones of these, but this one has hyaluronic acid in it. Of course, cleanses and is great for, you don't have to rinse it off. And it's safe for all skin types. So I am very sensitive skin, and this one is perfect for just, I haven't had any issues with it. But another thing that I like to do is get a Q-tip, dab a little bit onto the Q-tip, and then I can use it to clean up my mascara and get in there. Or if I have eyeshadow in a weird spot or whatever, you can get in there and clean that up. So it's nice for like little cleanups like that too. But it also has extra things in it that are beneficial to your skin. So this one's for like replumping, which is why the hyaluronic acid is one of the main things there. And then aloe. So it's safe and it doesn't feel drying or anything to your skin. I love that one. Sam, you have anything else?
I mean, I didn't bring my entire
You should have.
bathroom. I mean, I did bring some makeup, but not with the intention of sharing it, just so that I could have it for later. But I like my mascara. It's probably the one thing that I have to have as far as makeup all the time, even if I'm going to the bus stop.
So what kind is it?
This one is Too Faced. It's called Damn Girl.
Damn, girl.
Damn. I really like it because it's pretty thick. And I just really like.
But it's not clumpy.
Lashes. No, yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
Thanks.
And then I have a couple more things. So this one is a brow microfilling pen, and this is for brows. And I don't know how well you can see this, but it has these little. So the strokes of hair are so. I mean, like it. I love this for that. I have to fill in my brows, like we've talked about before, because overdoing them in the 90s. See, similar.
It's the same brand, but mine's different.
Yours precise.
Mine's the precise brow pencil.
Hers is the pencil, and mine is the little guy that looks like strokes. Different strokes for different folks. And they have all different colors of this, But yeah, you can literally just go in and fill them in, and it has that little look to like a hair stroke. And then this one is Revitalash, which we sell at the office. This one particularly is actually for lashes, but I started using it for my brows, and I have noticed such a difference. I think I've been using it about a year now. Not every single night, but I'd say probably at least 3 nights a week. And it has definitely helped regrow my brows, especially right in here where they lack. And they have one for brows specifically, but I just started using this one. And yeah, so if that's something that you would like to try and regrow, or if you want to work on your lashes, Revitalash is something that we sell, and there's all different kinds of Babe Lash and Latisse and all kinds of different ones. But this is the one that we have at our office, and I really like it. And then lastly, the Skin Better Compact. Always in my purse. Love it. It has, this one's tinted. There's also one that's sheer. Mine is I broke my mirror. But anyway, it has a little guy here that you can just dab. And I love to just put it on in the middle of the day and have it with me when I need to, A, reapply my sunscreen, but B, just need a little coverage to clean up a little bit. So those are my go-to little things that I thought of, but I'm sure we have a shit ton more at our house.
Oh, yeah.
This is just little things that we thought of this morning. Oh, and then of course chapstick. I always have lip gloss or chapstick. I have about 50 different ones in different places all over town.
Does your husband, what does he think of all your go-tos? Does he have any go-tos?
No, I don't think he does. Deodorant, shaving cream. That's the only thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
In fact, I talked to him recently. I said, we need to get you going on a skin care routine. He's 47, 48, something like that. And it's never too late, right? So we need to start going on that for him. But yeah, he's very minimal. That's about it.
Is it like that meme where guys' faces are flawless and they use the same bar of soap that they use to
pretty much
wash their balls with?
Yeah, pretty much. He probably
and their
does.
face is flawless, and we're over here buying all kinds of expensive products and still have dry skin.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly. So I purchased something, I don't know what you would call it, but it's like a compartment. It's on Amazon to put all of your stuff in, and it has a lid. Some people were complaining about the lid, but I love the lid because it keeps everything, you don't have to dust it all off. It keeps it all clean. You just have to dust the top of the lid. So anyway, it's a compartment that has like a little shelf that you can put all your all my tall things fit in it. And then it has 2 drawers underneath, and it just sits on my counter. Well, surprisingly enough, he did like that. And I was like, would you want one of those? And he's like, yeah, I think I would. Not very many products are in it, but he has one. So he has like the smoky charcoal color one, and I have a white and a gold one on our counter. And so he has his few things that are in his thing, but mine is like over, full, and his is just a few things. But yeah, and I was surprised that he was like, yeah, I'll take that. I'll have one of those.
I kind of did that for Tony. He just always leaves his stuff, and I try and clean it up and make it look nice. So I bought this wooden stand, and it just makes it look nicer. So he has all his products on top of it, but it just looks so much nicer than just having the products on the counter.
And that's how he was.
He's like, really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's like, it looks nicer.
It does look better. Yeah, I agree.
Sorry. I always
and
move it
in one spot.
Yeah. I mean, I have my products on my counter, but it's in a nice little glass case, and it's so pretty. And then his stuff is just...
It's amazing what a little thing like that will do when compared to just having all of your stuff willy-nilly all over the counter. It just makes it still all out there, but it just looks better.
So I've tried to get Tony to start a skincare routine as well, just because we have some good products.
Yeah.
And we have something for men from Skin Better. So I was trying to get him to do it, but he suffered from acne for a really long time. He was on Accutane.
As a teenager or an adult?
No, as an adult.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he's very sensitive about his skincare products. And once he finds something that works, just like that saying, don't fix it if
we were
it's
talking
broken.
about that before. Yeah.
So he just has his go-to that's been working for him. So he won't switch it for me, but he does use prescription retinol. He uses some balm that works well for him. So yeah.
Well, it's not broke.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Especially when you've had issues and you worry about that coming back. I mean, I think, I know I've talked about this several times, but my skin is so sensitive, and then I'll try a new product and it will just flare it up. And so I'm so hesitant about trying things. But when we bring new products on at work, I want to be able to speak to them and talk about them. And so I'm always like, we'll see. And it could be a great product that works wonderful for 98% of people, but for me, it'll make me break out, or all the things. So yeah, I get it. I get being hesitant. So if it's working for him, yeah.
Yep. I just go with the flow.
Yeah. And apparently for my husband, it's the same thing. He just, yeah, well, I'm good. Yeah. Okay.
They don't care.
No.
They don't care.
And then you have men that do, and they're really into skincare, and they come in for all kinds of things, and that's awesome too. Everyone, to each their own, right? To whatever works for you.
I have a few guys who I've done talks on for the very first time.
Yeah.
And
I remember one in particular, you had come in for something else, and you were talking to him about talks, and he came the next day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You talked me into it. I thought that was cute.
I know. Yeah. He emailed like an hour later.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's looking great so far.
And I feel like nowadays it's less of that,
stigma.
Yeah, where, oh, you can't have that done, you can't do that, or it's more common for men to get stuff done or to care about their skin or things like that, which is good. I'm glad it's.
Yeah. And I like there's some wrinkles on men that I like.
Yeah.
Like the smile lines or things like that. But there's other lines that just get deeper and deeper and deeper. And if we just make them a little bit subtle, we don't have to do a ton of talks, just a little bit, then I think it just gives you that fresh look. You're glowing, your skin looks healthy, and it just boosts your confidence.
I think so too. Yeah. It's not just women that it will boost their confidence. It's definitely, when men come in, I can see it and it changes it. Or they'll even say, oh, I liked getting that done. I didn't think I would, but I do.
Yes.
I have, when I started doing hair laser, I only had women that would come in. And now I have quite a few men that come in. Some do full body, literally head to toe. Some are just coming in for
their back.
Yes, a huge one for men to get their back done. Necklines. Some people still want to do a beard, so we'll stop where they, hairline on the neck too, so that they're not having to come in or go get their hair cut as often.
That's a big one
because
it's convenience, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many times do men have to shave their neck?
Yeah.
Because it grows back so fast, faster than they want to cut their hair.
Yeah.
So they get hair laser in just that area, and then they don't have to worry about it. And the back is a very big issue for men too, especially in the summer when you're in your swimsuit
and their wives or the significant others shaving their back before a swim day or things like that.
Yeah.
That's
and waxing is so painful. Imagine having to wax your entire back. Whereas you could just get hair laser, and I don't think a lot of men even realize that it's a thing for that.
No. In fact, I have what I feel like more often than not is women coming in, either getting hair laser or talking about something else, and we're saying, like, I'll bring something up about men getting it done, and then next thing you know, their husbands are coming in. So yeah, it's not, you don't think about it, but the convenience of it, the appointment is quick. Yeah, there's just so many benefits to it. Like, why wouldn't you want to, So that's always a good option for men that have a lot of hair that they're getting rid of in another way. Like, why not try and get rid of it altogether?
Absolutely. And don't worry about it. Don't think about it. You don't have to ask your wife to shave your neck anymore.
Yeah. Yes. So, and one thing about hair laser is it's not something for everyone. So what I mean by that is some hair will not be picked up by the laser machine. Some blonde, definitely gray hair, light brown even sometimes won't be picked up. the darker the hair, the more likely for that machine to know that it's there. So sometimes if there is a lot of gray hair mixed in, like I have some men that will do their chest, um, they're still going to be growing hair, and it's going to be that gray hair because that hair is never going to be caught by the machine, the hair laser machine, or same thing on their back, or wherever the area is. Or some people have some blonde or lighter white hair even mixed in, and so that could be something. So you have to consider those things too. That's why a lot of people I have like more in their like later 20s or 30s that are saying I want to catch it before my hair turns gray. That's a
Absolutely.
really good way to think of it.
Yeah.
Because it can be technically too late in that aspect where we can't, it won't even know, it doesn't even know it exists, that
So
hair.
then you'll have like that one gray hair.
Yeah.
Like,
Or like some people will still do it, but they know that they're still going to have gray patches of hair for wherever that gray hair was already growing in. Um, so just keep that in mind too. But we do free consultations at the office. If that's something that you're thinking that my husband, brother, boyfriend, whatever, dad could use, then send them our way because I think they would be very, very happy that I've never had anyone come say, I wish I would never have done this. Nobody ever says that. Everybody always says, why didn't I do it sooner? I should have done it sooner, men and women. So, yeah, that's a great thing to think about. But yeah, send them our way. We have a free consultation. Make sure they're a good candidate. Talk about all the questions they might have. Treatments are quick. We offer different packages for different things. So it doesn't have to be full body. Maybe you only want to do back or whatever it is you might want. So, yeah.
perfect. And on the other end of the hair journey, if you know anyone who's experiencing hair loss, men or women, we do offer free hair loss consults to go over any issues that you have. Maybe it's hormonal, maybe you need to be on medications, maybe you just need some treatments. So we do a lot of things for hair actually. We do PRF, you've done microneedling for hair, you can do hydrofacials in the hair. We do we have Dr. John who does neografts, which is hair transplants.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, so from one end of wanting to remove it to the other of I want more. You know? And we have people like, can you take the hair from like my lower back and place yeah. No, we can't. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like, no, I don't want it here, but I do want it here. And most men and women, of course, want their hair on their head. Yeah.
And as far as men go, I mean, transplants can be for your beard. He's done that before. You can do eyebrows. Transplants in the eyebrows. Mm-hmm. So there's endless possibilities for that.
And that's again one of the things I've never heard anyone come in and say, I wish I never would have done that hair transplant or got the PRF done. And those are always the things too that you're hearing. I wish I would have done that sooner. Yes. I'm so glad I did that.
And I want another one.
Yeah. And there are people that either, to me, I'd look at their scalp and say, oh gosh, it looks great. But they're like, this works so well. I would love to add a little bit more, you know, mm-hmm. or people that are content with just the one too. So yeah, it's definitely the neograph, specifically the hair transplant, definitely is something that everyone's glad they got done. And then Sam does the PRF injections for the scalp, like she was talking about, where you draw the blood, inject it, get the skin back to the healthy cycle, keep the hair that you have going and healthy. And then I've done some microneedling in the scalp. So same thing, if you're familiar with microneedling on the face, getting in there and doing that micro damage on the skin, we will do it on the hairline. Usually most people are just like right in here. I have never done like somebody that's already bald. It's really not going to obviously do much at that point, unfortunately. But people that feel like they're thinning in this area, women and men, we just get right in here. It's pretty quick. And it's more of a stamping technique. It's not necessarily like we do on the face where it's just a kind of a stamping. It does have to go a little bit deeper. It can be a little more uncomfortable at times, but it is fast. And we've seen wonderful results with that one. So there's just so many different things that I don't think people realize. Again, it's one of those things, if you're younger right now and you're already feeling like that, this is a great time to.
Absolutely. Before it gets worse, before you're having to do a transplant, come in, do a consult, see what you need to get done, maybe why it's happening to you, solve the underlying problems, and then do things like PRF, microneedling, which helps bring blood flow.
Mm-hmm.
We're basically fertilizing your scalp
Mm-hmm.
and making it healthier
The
for,
garden grow.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
making it healthier for your hair.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see thicker hair, healthier hair. And what we like to see with either of our procedures is redness. You're not going to be leaving bloody. You're not going to be leaving like you can see you got a treatment done. But we are going to see redness. And that is a great sign because that means you have great blood flow
Mm-hmm.
and it's doing its job. So
I've only seen a few, and it's always in the beginning, their very first treatment, where you're not seeing that.
yes.
And then I love it because, unfortunately, that is that way at the first treatment, but I love it because that second, third treatment that they're coming in for, you're starting to see it. And then you're like, okay, good. We're doing it.
It
We're
really
we're
does
working.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can honestly, completely, literally see the redness and the inflammation that we're causing.
Yeah.
Whereas before it was like just doing nothing, wasn't reacting.
And the most important thing to know is hair is it's such a long process.
Mm-hmm.
It takes so long. There is no
It can be
quick
discouraging.
fix. And so starting early, starting as soon as you can will
Mm-hmm.
be so much more beneficial to you because you'll see results faster
Mm-hmm.
than when you've had too much hair loss and we're trying to reverse the clock. So coming in, getting your stuff done, it's going to be so much more beneficial to you because it is such a long process.
Mm-hmm.
For hair transplants, we're going to see results after a year.
Mm-hmm.
So thinking about it in that
Mm-hmm.
aspect, you don't want to wait.
Yeah. And again, that's one of the things that you hear so often is, I should have done it sooner. And it is true. I think people think, oh, maybe it won't get that bad, or oh, it's not bothering me that much right now, you know? And then next thing you know, you're like, shit, why'd I wait? Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's definitely one of those things. If it's already something that's bothering you or something that maybe you want to keep up on, maybe it's a thing that you're looking at your family members going, oh, shit, okay, I have none of these people have hair on their head. I'm probably going to be one of them and I don't want to. Or maybe you're fine with that too. That's fine too. But if it is something that you think that let's start doing it now if it's something that you're thinking about.
And it's not only for men.
No.
Women have this issue too. Hormones, having babies, things like that play a
COVID.
huge role.
Yeah.
Yes, illness.
Mm-hmm.
They play a huge role in
Mm-hmm.
hair loss. So I have women patients getting PRF. We have women patients getting hair transplants.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
no matter if you're going bald or if you're just seeing more shedding or less density in your hairline.
And I think again, it's more or less of that stigma of, oh, I'm, getting a hair transplant, where before it was such like a, oh, don't talk about it kind of a thing. To me, it's important. Like, it's a part of your body. It's something that you see and everybody sees, and it should be something that you are taking care of. And it's not a like, oh, can you believe that so and so did that? It's more like, oh, cool, look what they did, and now I didn't know that was an option. Let me try that too, or whatever. So it's less and less about hiding the fact that you have hair issues. Everyone does in some sort, most people anyway. So it's more about just taking care of yourself and doing something that makes you feel better.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And less about worrying about what people think.
Mm-hmm.
So
just
that's
like
good.
all of our treatments.
Yeah.
It's for you to
Mm-hmm.
feel better about yourself and
take care of yourself.
Your goals are.
Yeah.
We do some great things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yeah, so Sam touched on it, but the eyebrows, we've had a couple people. In fact, I'd love for them to come back. One of them in particular, he had come in, he had to have his hair a certain cut, and it was literally kind of covering both brows because he didn't have any eyebrows. And so he kept it this way for years and years and years. And he was talking about how he was excited to have a new hairstyle, like a regular haircut. And how something simple like that, most people don't think about. But for him, he had to have it this intentional way that he didn't necessarily want it like that, but it was a way to cover it. And so I've been waiting for him to come back because I want to see what that looks like and how he's able to hopefully build some confidence and change his hairstyle Yeah. And then, like you were saying, beards. We've done quite a few beards for people
Maybe
that,
you have a patch, and it's just so weird, right? Because you want to have a beard, but then you have this bald patch, and so
fill it in.
We can fill that in. It's so amazing.
There's just so many things out there I don't think people think about. That if it's bothering you, why not come in and try and take care of it? Yeah. So yeah.
And not only that, but just coming in and talking about it and seeing what your options are. So maybe you don't have to do a transplant right now, but maybe there's something else that you can do.
Or maybe you could
meantime.
prevent yourself from needing a transplant later in life. That too. And then Dr. John does medical. So sometimes maybe it's an underlying health issue. So we do also go the medical route where we can go bill through insurance, go that route. Maybe it's a medication, or again, he's finding something medically that is causing that issue. And then we have the consultations that are free, more cosmetic, just nothing underlying, but you just have that issue. So there's different routes to go on that too.
Well, another episode of Unfiltered Beauty done in the books. We are looking forward to our Nashville trip. We are looking forward to Mother's Day. And we're excited to find some topics for our next episode. So if you have anything that you want us to talk about, feel free to message us on Unfiltered Beauty Podcast on Instagram, or message us on our work pages, Aesthetics with Steph _ and Beauty Nurse Sam for me. And yeah, we enjoy this, and we hope you do too.
See you next time.